Thinking of moving to Provo, Utah with stunning mountain views, walkable communities, and a strong job market? Provo is a gem of Utah County, but with so many areas to choose from, how do you know which neighborhood is right for you? In this video, I'm going to break down the Provo City Neighborhood District program, the pros and cons of each of those districts, and stick around the end and I'll share with you my 5 personal favorite neighborhoods in all of Provo. All right, so let's talk District 1. Again, that is the northeast part of Provo. Includes the Riverside or the River Bottoms area, the North Tenview, Sherwood Hills, Edgemont, Indian Hills, Rock Canyon areas. This particular part of town is really affluent neighborhoods with beautiful established homes. You'll find a few newer homes here and there, but really most of the homes are quite established, mature trees. Once you go up more on the east bench part of this neighborhood, you've got stunning valley views. Of course, you're right up next to the mountains. As you move down more into the river bottoms part of this district, then you get into very affluent, stately properties right along the Provo River, which they have absolutely stunning views looking back towards Cascade Mountain and Y Mountain and Provo Peak. So pretty much every neighborhood in this area offers some sort of stunning view, whether it's overlooking the valley or looking up at the mountains. Some of the pros of this area is that the proximity to Provo Canyon. You're just minutes to Provo Canyon and all the access and recreation of Provo Canyon with Bridalveil Falls and Sundance and the Jordanelle Reservoir and Deer Creek Reservoir. It's just fantastic access to the outdoors in that location. Then again, from those neighborhoods, you're probably about 10 minutes to downtown and the shopping that's offered in downtown and the East Bay area. You definitely have a quiet, upscale residential feel, wonderful schools in this area. Now, some of the downsides to this area is just the fact that it's a very expensive area. Home prices and property taxes are just a lot more. The homes are bigger, they're more expensive. Certainly there's much less commercial going on in this area, so that's one of the drawbacks. You are driving a little bit further to get to the commercial parts of town. So District 2 includes the neighborhoods that are most directly near Brigham Young University, like the Wasatch neighborhood. Again, it is commonly referred to as the Tree Streets neighborhood. All the streets in that neighborhood begin with the name of a tree, like Cedar Avenue or Fir or Birch. So those are the Tree Street neighborhoods, and it goes up onto the foothills as well. So again, a lot of the areas have stunning mountain views and valley views. This particular area is certainly popular with BYU faculty and students, as it's very close to Brigham Young University. Has incredible walkability to public transportation, but also you can walk to BYU. You're just literally a minute's walk away to the Creamery on 9th. A lot of people love going there for the ice cream, but you can quite literally walk to Brigham Young University activities and events. And again, you know, on a game day for football, that whole area, parking can be quite a challenge. And you could literally walk your way down to the football game. So the location that way is very desirable for a lot of people, just for the access to Brigham Young University. A lot of beautiful neighborhood parks in that area. You're not that far away from Kiwanis Park, pretty close up to North Park, as well as Rock Canyon Park. So the neighborhoods are all really close to beautiful parks. Now, some of the cons to this area would be that it's a very competitive housing market there. I actually sold a home there not that long ago, and it was absolutely amazing how many people wanted to live on that Tree Street neighborhood. I had people that came and said, you know, their grandparents lived there. They've always wanted to live in that area. So it's highly desirable, and it's very competitive in those areas for homes. Some of the other cons would be the homes are all pretty much older. The home I sold was built in 1958. Some of the homes have been updated, some of them haven't. The price difference is pretty dramatic. You can have homes of similar size, and some sell for $700,000 and others for nearly $1 million, depending upon their level of updating. If they've never been updated, then they're probably going to be in that lower $700,000 range. If they're updated, you can look at it, price ranges anywhere from $800,000, $900,000, and even as much as $1 million in that neighborhood.
Thinking about relocating to Utah? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below, from top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description on the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
Okay, let's move out west to district number 3, and that is the west side of Provo. These are all the neighborhoods that are literally on the west of Interstate 15 and closest to Utah Lake. These include Lakeview North, Lakeview South, Fort Utah, Provo Bay, Sunset, and Lakewood. The pros here is this is where you will find some of the more affordable homes in Provo. Of course, in the downtown area and some of those older neighborhoods, you'll find some fairly affordable housing, but probably if you want to find homes that are a little bit newer, a lot of homes in the Lakeview North and South were built in the 90s. Now, because those homes are closer to Utah Lake, the water table's much higher there, so you're not really going to find homes that have basements on that part of town. Most of those homes will be built slab on grade, or they're built kind of, you'll find a lot of tri-level and bi-level homes in that area, and they're built a little more up out of the ground. You really don't have basements just because the water table's a little higher. But so you'll find a lot of homes in that 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s time frame, and just more affordable homes. There's more options there. Particularly in the very south part of town, you've got the brand new townhome development going on. It's in the Lakewood district, and you've got a D.R. Horton townhome complex there. You've got the townhomes going in the high 300,000 range. They've approved the brand new Super Walmart right there at that south exit in Provo on the west side. And with that, there's a proposal for 150 more townhomes in that area. So you will find more affordable homes in that area. I mean, one of the other pros is it's really close to the Provo airport. I mean, literally minutes. Some parts of that west side of town is going to be a minute to 2 minutes to the Provo airport. And again, access to Utah Lake and the Provo Harbor, just minutes away from all these west side neighborhoods. So really great access to the airport and Utah Lake. The views, I think, from the west side are probably some of the most stunning when it comes to looking at the Wasatch front in the mountains. You have incredible views of Mount Timpanogos, beautiful views of Y Mountain, Cascade Mountain, the Provo Peak area. And they even have great views looking across Utah Lake out towards the mountains on the west side of Utah Lake. Incredible views looking south down towards Maple Mountain by Spanish Fork, as well as Mount Loafer and Mount Nebo on the south end of Utah County down there by Salem and Payson. So the views are really, really incredible in that area. Now, some of the cons would be that, again, there's definitely fewer dining options, entertainment options. Most all of that you'll have to travel into the heart of Provo to get to. In fact, there's been a push to get some shopping centers. Even just a grocery store on the west side of town. Just last week, the Provo City Council approved the plans for the Super Walmart, and I think that'll address some of the issues for the desire to have shopping on the west side, but not all of them, because it's really on the very south part of town and just barely across the freeway from East Bay, and all the shopping and entertainment in the East Bay area. I think a lot of the residents would have liked to have had it more in the center part on the west side, maybe off of Center Street out west. But this will be better than nothing, so there will now be some access to shopping, to a grocery store on the west side, but it's really on the southwest side. Another con would just be a little bit of a longer commute getting into the downtown part of Provo or to Brigham Young University, but really anywhere in Provo is not that far away from downtown Provo. I would say probably the furthest commute would be 15 to 20 minutes from the furthest outskirts of Provo to the downtown part of Provo. So again, nothing is too far away. Certainly the west side is not very walkable. Now they do have a beautiful trail, particularly out on the west side. And you also have the Provo River Trail that runs from Bridalveil Falls that goes all the way out to Utah Lake. So you've got portions of that trail that are on the west side. So there are some walkable features there, but overall you'll definitely need some sort of transportation to commute.
Hey there, it's Scott Walters with Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor. And as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the U.S. to move here. I've helped countless families move, so whether you're thinking of moving next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact is right here on the screen, and it's linked in the description down below, just in case you missed the pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move here to Utah.
Okay, let's talk District 4, and that is the Northwest Provo. This includes the Carterville, North Park, River Grove, Grandview North, and Grandview South neighborhoods. A definitely family-friendly area. You've got a lot of parks and schools in this area. It's a mix of older and newer homes. I would say more older homes than newer homes, but you'll see some newer homes sprinkled in and around that neighborhood. Very established neighborhoods. A lot of the homes were built in the 70s and 80s in that area. One of the nice things about those neighborhoods is they're very centrally located as far as being able to get everything that Provo has to offer with Brigham Young University and East Bay and the shopping. But those neighborhoods are also really close to the city of Orem, the sister city to Provo. So you're very close to the University Place Mall, Utah Valley University. So those neighborhoods are really great locations for access to both of the amenities of Provo and Orem. You definitely have pretty good access to Interstate 15 to those areas, so you're a little bit closer to commuting. If you've got to commute up north, you're pretty close to Interstate 15. Definitely some of the cons of that areas, you do have fewer dining options and commercial options in that area. And again, it's just a lot of the areas a little bit older. Not a lot of commercial in that area. You're definitely going to be traveling down into the kind of the heart of Provo for more shopping and dining and entertainment. Same thing driving over into Orem, but I guess that's part of the charm of it. These are just beautiful, quiet neighborhoods. Okay, let's move into the downtown district. That's actually where I am sitting today. I'm just out in front of the Provo City Center LDS Temple here in downtown Provo. I'm just right off Center Street. Behind me, you can see the main drag there on Center Street. All their beautiful old buildings and shops down there. So the downtown area covers University, which is the neighborhood directly south of Brigham Young University. You've also got Joaquin, Temp, Dixon, of course, the downtown neighborhood, which is where I'm at right now. You have Franklin, Mazer, and Franklin South and East Bay. One of the pros to this area is just very walkable and urban feel down here. You can quite literally walk to everything. And there's a lot of urban revitalization taking place here where they've torn down some old buildings and they've built kind of some high-rise apartment living. So it's really popular, I think, with the young professional crowd. They can walk everywhere. You can walk to Center Street with all the eateries and comedy clubs and just all that you have right here in the downtown area. You also have just right outside of the downtown area is where you have a lot of old historic buildings right off of Center Street. They're really beautiful, stately, beautiful homes. And again, just this whole area just has a plethora of restaurants and nightlife and of course shopping in the East Bay area. That's where the Provo Town Center Mall is. You've got Sam's Clubs in that area, a lot of other restaurants and other retail stores in the East Bay area. Okay, this is definitely one of the cons. It's a busier area. You're gonna have a lot more traffic, particularly there behind me on University Avenue. I'm here very early in the morning, so the traffic's a little bit subdued, but it can be pretty busy, pretty loud throughout the main part of the day, just because it's a little busier. There's also definitely limited parking. Now, I just parked on Center Street there. They definitely have limited parking there. There'd be times of the days where if you want to come to the downtown area, you might be parking on the back side of those buildings or parked a little bit further away. And of course, in the downtown area, it's a higher renter population, particularly right directly south of Brigham Young University in the university neighborhoods. There's a lot of apartments in that area, so it feels like it's primarily a student rental district in many parts of the downtown area.
For those of you thinking of moving to the Utah area, where are you moving from and what's the reason why you're leaving your current city or state? I'm truly curious, so make sure to let me know down below.
So what are my top neighborhood picks for Provo? Let me start with neighborhood number 5. That would be the Grandview area. And that would include Grandview North and South. I really lump those two neighborhoods together. Very family focused, balanced location, solid schools. It's just a central location to be able to get to Provo and Orem. Not walkable, but just a short commute to a lot of amenities. Now my pick number 4 would be the East Bench. I'm also gonna lump several neighborhoods together when it comes here to the East Bench. I'll lump together Sherwood Hills, Indian Hills, and Rock Canyon. I think access to Rock Canyon, the trails, and the Bonneville Shoreline Trail is a plus, but the views are unparalleled. When you from those East Bench neighborhoods, looking out over Utah Lake and Utah Valley, absolutely stunning. And frankly, what you can see of the mountains is pretty incredible too. You have beautiful views of Mount Timpanogos from these East Bench neighborhoods. So that's my pick number 4. All right, let's move to pick number 3, and that would be the River Bottoms. You've got luxury homes, spacious lots. It's just a peaceful setting right along the Provo River. Love these neighborhoods. They're so beautiful to drive through those neighborhoods. There's some of those neighborhoods you dream of. When I get rich someday, I'll live here in the Provo River bottom. All right, pick number 2 would be downtown Provo, where I'm at right now. It's just urban, it's vibrant, it's historic, it's walkable, it's near great dining and shopping and entertaining. Love the downtown district. Now, drum roll please. My #1 pick for all of Provo, it's the Wasatch neighborhood, commonly referred to as the Tree Streets neighborhoods in Provo. In fact, I don't hardly ever hear anyone refer to it as the Wasatch neighborhood. I hear everyone calling it the Tree Street neighborhood. And it's just that tree. Well, all the streets are named after trees. The streets are tree lined. There's a lot of mature trees in this area. What makes this neighborhood so great is it's such a great location right next to BYU. It's very popular with people that want to be able to walk to Brigham Young University and all the amenities and activities that you have at BYU. You know, besides being able to walk to BYU, there's great parks. You have wonderful access to all the city parks, not that far away from Provo Canyon. So my top neighborhood is the Wasatch neighborhood. From luxury living to the beautiful, luxurious river bottoms properties to the beautiful tree-lined streets of the Wasatch neighborhood and to the bustling downtown area of Provo, there's truly a neighborhood for every lifestyle. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, to move up, buy an investment property, I'm here to help you. Reach out to me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I am never too busy to help you. Hey, and I've put together a relocation guide if you're looking to relocate to the Provo area. I'll make sure to put a link in the description down below. And if you found this video helpful, go check out my pros and cons of Provo, Utah. You can watch that by clicking on somewhere up here. And again, my name is Scott Walters with Best USA Realty. I am your Utah YouTubing realtor, and we'll catch you on the next video.